The last time you saw anything about Animal Crossing New Leaf was probably 5 or 6 years ago. To be honest, it's the same for me. Hello, my name is Pablo, and today we'll be talking about my childhood Nintendo game, Animal Crossing New Leaf. Why I like this pretty simple game, the latest update to the series, and the game series in general. Even if it's a game for kids, it still hits my heart. Animal Crossing New Leaf came out on November the 8th, 2012 in Japan and June 14, 2013 in Europe. At the time it came out, I was only 8 years old and didn't know anything about the game. It wasn't until 2 years later, at the end of 2014, that I got the game around Christmas time. But how did I even get this game? At my school, a lot of friends played it, and just after Halloween celebration in 2014, I came to the realization that I really wanted this game. As luck would have it, Animal Crossing was in the games recommendations of the magazine that every student at our school got every month. The magazine really praised the game, so I started watching Let's Plays and asked literally everyone I knew who played the game what their village was called and so on. I prepared myself very well for any village planning I was going to do. As you can probably tell, I was a real crackhead when it came to this game. Also a funny story, I can still remember that there were so-called step coins, I guess? Wait, yeah, but they were integrated into the Nintendo 3DS. So basically you got a rare coin when you walked 100 steps while having the 3DS with you. Like counting your steps. And through the knowledge I gained by all the Let's Play videos I watched, I knew that these coins would become very important. With them, you could buy fortunate biscuits at Schlepp and Nepp. Oh wait, the English name is just a bit different. Tom and Tommy? I don't know. With them, you could buy fortune biscuits at Schlepp and Nepp. Nothing special, but I wanted to do that right away after I got the game. So in conclusion, I was constantly walking around with my Nintendo, shaking it a lot because I wanted those coins as soon as possible. In the end, when winter came around, I had the maximum amount of these coins. The reason why I like this game so much is quite simple. When playing, you gain a quite good amount of responsibility. Suddenly you have a village to run in according to the game story you just moved out of your parents' house. Now, I know this sounds a bit weird, but I was not looking forward to an adult life when I was a young kid. But the fact there was a game where you could simulate that responsibility was, for whatever reason, wonderful for me. What is Animal Crossing anyway? Because not everybody knows that game. I know, sorry kids, you have no childhood. So if you don't really know what kind of game it is, don't worry, I'll explain it quickly. The game starts with the creation of your resident. You're a human, coincidentally the only one in the whole game. But to be exact, nobody seems to give a shit. You get to the village by a train, which is also important for online connections. And then boom, you are now mayor of the fucking village, which doesn't even have any kind of normal infrastructure. And then you help with all the inhabitants, blah blah blah, and you do everything. You do really everything what a good civilized great mayor would do. From planting trees to big village projects to even completing the village, so like metaphorically. But the beauty of the game is that it has no end. There are only some quests, all of them you don't even have to do it, so it's not even mandatory. One main achievement is building and finishing your house. For financing that house, Tom Nook gives you the worst loan you've ever seen. He's pretty gullible, at least, as you don't have a deadline to pay it off. I swear to God, you're gonna remember these eyes. Why Animal Crossing anyway? As we're talking about finances, there's a currency called stars. Stern is in German, and I think this is a pretty cool name. And generally you learn a bit about how to handle real money. It's far from realistic, of course, but you can also be broke. Playing this game as an elementary school kid is insane, because as I mentioned, it's a cool simulation of life. What I also loved about this game is that the real life time and the in-game time are synchronized. So an hour in Animal Crossing is also an hour in real life. That's a cool feature. Since New Leaf also simulates the real time, you can also celebrate special holidays even more. Good examples are the 24 days of Christmas and Halloween. So the time changes the look and the atmosphere of the game completely, and it's really beautiful. So why back? The music behind this. The music raised my nostalgia for this game. During the whole video you can hear the different background songs from the game Animal Crossing New Leaf. If you have seen other videos of mine, you will notice that I have been using this music for quite some time. Not only me, but many streamers and YouTubers use this music. Which is no wonder, because the music is really good. So, like really good. Because I heard those songs everywhere around the internet, I came back to this wonderful game. And I think it's quite astonishing, because everyone has this kind of music taste and has this reference. I don't know who you're thinking about if you're hearing this, but for me it's just like being in the town, so in your own village, and just, I don't know, talk to one of your villagers. In the meantime, a sequel called Animal Crossing New Horizon came out, but I'm not interested in buying a Switch just for one game. With the new game, which is now 2 years old, the developers implemented some changes that the predecessors don't have, like creating tools and the existence of an actual working workbench like in Minecraft. Even the power of a god is nothing special in this game. Yeah, so the village is on an island this time instead of the mainland. Instead of the train, you travel by boat. The graphics are also immensely better. Now it's hard to lie about all the improvements, but it will never get the buzz from me. Animal Crossing New Leaf was the only game ever to get a really late expansion update. That happened around the same time when Nintendo invented and started to manufacture Amiibos. I guess you call them Amiibos. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, hear me out for a second. They adopted the trend created by the figures from Skylanders. So basically you were able to buy a physical item that also served a purpose in the digital world. But Nintendo went a little overboard with that, if you ask me. They wanted to make as many Amiibo characters as there were residents in the game. It sounds brilliant if you think about it, and on paper it sounds good, but in case you don't know, in Animal Crossing New Horizon there are 416 different residents. So how do you get around that problem? Because making a figure for all the residents and then selling it doesn't seem very lucrative. They made a card album, that ass Yu-Gi-Oh type of shit. Not just one card album, no, different volumes. You also have to know that all these cards could only be bought randomly inside of packs. So it was possible to buy the same person, animal, 10 times and never get the resident you actually wanted. Bruh. Then there was also an Animal Crossing Switch game that was pretty much like Mario Party, but you had to have an Amiibo to play. So if you wanted to play this game with your 3 other friends, which I highly doubt, you had to have 4 Amiibos too. Needless to say, it wasn't that popular and still remains one of the worst Animal Crossing games of all time. Or maybe of all Nintendo games? Anyway, this game sold less than 500,000 times. Just for comparison, Animal Crossing New Leaf had a total of 12.82 million sales. So the person who came up with the idea behind Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is probably still getting screwed over at the office because of it. Poor guy. But the lore is not finished yet. Between the releases of Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing New Horizon, another game came out. It's not the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, it's the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. Ooh, I need a real counter to tell me how many times I said Animal Crossing. To be honest, I also wanted this game for Christmas, and I don't even think it's that bad. So yeah, in the end I got the game. And the game mechanics were similar to New Leaf, but the plot was completely different. This time you were an interior and exterior designer for this one company that has already existed in New Leaf. So it had a goal and therefore a minimal storyline, but for real, like a really minimal storyline. The beauty of the game was that Nintendo was so excited about the new game mechanics in Happy Home Designer that they regarded it important enough that they put out an update in the prequel. So basically an expansion consisting of interior design and the use of amiibos in New Leaf. In addition, the update included a campsite where you could meet new residents every day. A very great update, even though it had me waiting for many years. But thanks though, Nintendo. It's a good idea. What my village looks like is gonna be the next question, I think. So I'm going to take out my Nintendo 3DS, which is actually hidden in one of my cupboards. So if you're breaking in my house, yeah, please don't take my Nintendo. So let's start the game. The intro is really legendary. This is what my village looks like. Maybe it doesn't seem all too nice to you, but I can remember every corner I walked on very well. I wanted to touch up the street, but I never came up with a better design, so I stuck with that. By the way, this is my house, and I can also see a few residents who have been here since the beginning. They're the true ones, literally OGs. I think it's beautiful to see how I've changed and how the childish me, the me from the long past, has been saved in a game. This game just oozes personality. So thank you. Thank you Nintendo and all the others who helped them for making this game. A huge thanks to all of you viewers at home, or anywhere else, who are still watching this video, by the way. I don't actually create English content at all, I just wanted to try something. In fact, this is my first English video, so if you like this video, there might be a chance that I'll upload more English content. Big thanks and enjoy the rest of the video. And also thank you, Jakob, for completely correcting my text, because yeah, my whole script is corrected by him. Big shout out. What the fuck? Are the 24 days of Advent leaving to Christmas? Jakob? What the fuck? Oozes personality. So what?